no big surprise. Just read an interesting article. This was the 26th of April 2017. And this is an article posted by CNN Politics. It was written by Tal Kopan, K-O-P-A-N. The title, Judge Blocks Part of Trump's Sanctuary Cities Executive Order. There's a video that you might want to watch as well, and you'll hear the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. Washington. A federal judge on Tuesday blocked the Trump's administration from enforcing a threat to take away funds from sanctuary cities. The last blow for the federal judiciary to President Donald Trump's immigration agenda. In his ruling, Judge William H. Orrick sided with Santa Clara County, the city of San Francisco, and other jurisdictions who argued that a threat to take away federal funding from cities that do not cooperate with some federal immigration enforcement could be unconstitutional with some federal immigration enforcement. You know, you want to do some of your own research. If you've watched me for any period of time, you know I've said this more than once. The only reason the Democrats are doing what they're doing is because they know that the Hispanics represent a very large voting bloc. Now, what you have to go back into history and recognize is that the Democrats were the ones that hung blacks from trees. They're the ones that created the Ku Klux Klan. Go Google Senator Byrd, who happens to be, from what Hillary Clinton said, her idol. Go Google Senator Byrd. You'll understand a whole lot more when you do your own research. You'll understand that the Democrats were the ones that made blacks second-class citizens through the Jim Crow laws. And what amazes me is there's so many blacks that are Democrats, but that's because they don't know the truth. If they did, how could they support a party that not only hung their relatives from the closest tree, the KKK, and made blacks second-class citizens? They couldn't marry whites until 1967, which is why Barack Hussein Obama is a bastard. Ann Dunham was never married to Frankie. That's Frank Marshall Davis. Now, go take a look back in the late 20s and early 30s when the Democrats were dead set against immigration. Go read up on the McCarren-Walter Act of 1952. The McCarren-Walter Act of 1952 was put in place by a Democratic Senate, a Democratic House of Representatives, and a Democratic President. What did that do? Well, the McCarren-Walter Act prevented immigration from certain parts of the world, like the Middle East. And now, they're all for it. All they care about is power. And they'll do anything and everything to try to obtain power. I'm going to do a little bit of research on this Judge William H. Orrick. I'm willing to get out on the ledge and say that he's a Democrat. Yeah. Now, this is what's really interesting. In making the ruling apply nationwide, Orrick blocked the government from enforcing a key portion of Trump's January executive order on immigration, which ordered the Department of Homeland Security and Justice Department to block cities who do not cooperate with federal immigration enforcement from receiving federal funds. Now, this part is sort of really interesting. While Orrick's ruling does not find the policy unconstitutional, he did find that the counties and cities that challenged the law demonstrated they could face immediate irreparable harm if the policies were allowed to be put in place, and that their constitutional challenge could succeed only the case is fully heard. Well, you know what Donald Trump tweeted? Huh? Trump himself expressed frustration about the ruling Wednesday morning, tweeting, quote, "First, the Ninth Circuit rules against the ban, and now it hits again on sanctuary cities. Both ridiculous rulings. See you in the Supreme Court." Well, what's going to end up happening is the court will hear it, and since we've got judges that follow the Constitution, and this judge himself said that it doesn't go against the Constitution, did not find a policy unconstitutional. So what's going to happen is, since the Supreme Court is now, well, it's now made up of judges, unlike Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor and Ruth Ginsburg. There's 9 members. Even if that one justice swings left, which he does on occasion, it still will be 5-4. Good luck in winning this one, Democrats. Again, I really hope that people take the time to do their own research. Go Google who started the KKK. Go Google who implemented and brought about the Jim Crow laws. Go Google who was against immigration in the late 20s and early 30s. Go Google who put together the McCarren-Walter Act. It's just amazing how so few have a clue. I'll attach the link. There's more for you to read. Thanks for listening.